Hey, good afternoon. I mean, duh. I gotta wake up here, huh? One
Come
of
on,
those.
come on,
Have you
Norm.
had one of those days?
I've been having one of those weeks.
You too?
I am.
Me too. I don't know
Oh
why,
my
but we
goodness.
had a good time down at the event.
Yes, at the Marion Garris
Yeah, at the
Community
Marion
Center.
Garris
Yeah, in
Center.
Derry. That was a lot of fun.
It was. We had met a lot of new people. And,
Yeah, absolutely.
I hope that our friend Mary gets well soon.
Yes, Mary, we send you
She
our
sounded
love.
really, really bad when I talked to her day before yesterday. Oh no, yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah.
And so we wish her well. And she actually, I got to go get she took pictures.
Yeah,
and went all through
she
there
did.
and
She
had
did a
that done.
great
She did
job.
a job.
Was she a camera person at some point? Because she
Apparently,
was
I
very
think so.
good.
Yeah, she would really run around there. And I was glad that Scott came with her.
Yeah,
'cause that
I
was
didn't get
cool.
much time to
Yeah,
talk to Scott. I
yeah.
felt bad about that.
Yeah, but I think we had a pretty good turnout.
Yeah.
Folks, we do have a guest coming in. We had to call and remind her because she had the wrong day.
Because we forgot to call a reminder.
And I
That's
forgot.
as much our fault.
Yeah, so, well, I'm not taking responsibility. They have to do that. No, I'm only kidding. I usually said no.
Right,
You know,
yeah.
information.
Normally you remind them or
yeah,
I contact
yeah,
somebody
one of
contact,
us,
but we didn't.
But
and
we got a lot of people coming on the next few months.
we
here.
do, we
I
do.
can update you with
Yes,
things
absolutely,
coming
because
in.
we are now booked all the way through until September, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep, so
and
that's
I've had
good, so-
people contacting me to come on, so I just need to, we just need to.
We'll get together
them
and
in,
work
yeah.
on that. Do you realize it's been almost a year?
Almost.
Yeah.
I know.
It's incredible.
And I thank you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My honor to have you with me. And she keep. Oh, good
I
thing you
can't
don't see
go.
what goes
I
on
can't
after
go.
after
Yeah,
the show,
no.
folks.
I keep 'em in
See, I
line.
have a scar over here.
No, I'm better at that. They can't be seen by the public.
But one of the things that I will tell you is that it has been a lot more spiritual. And hey, how many people out there thought Hernandez was? Is that how you pronounce it?
Hernandez? Yeah,
Hernandez
Aaron
was going to get
Hernandez.
found not guilty. I wanted him to, but I really thought it was going to be a hung.
Yeah, no, I knew.
I didn't use my psychic ability. On
Yeah,
that
I
one.
felt all along that he was going to be found guilty. The video evidence was just too strong, and the cell phone records were just too strong.
And did you see the pictures of it? No remorse.
None. Looked like he had no idea, because he's all that in a bag of chips. There was no way they were going to find him guilty.
22 years old, he ruined his career.
Right, for what? Ego? It's so sad. It breaks my heart. I feel bad for him. I feel bad for his baby.
Oh, that's right.
Because
And
now
it's
she has to
now.
grow up with her daddy in jail with no chance of parole. Breaks my heart.
This is what I always said. Whether you're, if you're a drug dealer, if you're in prison for something you shouldn't be in prison for, and you can be a great dad while you're home. But you know what? You're not a great dad if you're selling drugs or you're doing what he did or whatever.
Right.
Because of the fact you never know when you're going to go to jail.
Right.
And that's not a good dad as far as I'm concerned.
No. I don't believe in that whole giving up your life for your kids.
No.
But your kids have to be a major priority
Oh,
in your life.
absolutely.
And if you're doing anything illegal, they are not.
Nope.
They clearly are not. And it breaks my heart. And he tore those sisters apart.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? That's right, because one was going with the victim to get killed, and
Yep.
the other was going. How sad.
It breaks my heart. It really does. And I do send my love out to all of them,
Oh, yeah.
including him, because
Oh,
if he had felt real love, he never would have done what he did. And that they're charging him with 2 more murders.
Yeah.
And they had a friend on the stand who he shot in the face. A friend.
Yeah.
I mean,
What
someone
I
who
don't
knows
understand,
love
how come
doesn't
it was
do
never
that.
televised like it does with the O.J. Simpson? Remember they
It
had that
was.
on?
I watched it on television.
You did? What channel?
Was it New England Cable News, MSNBC? I don't know.
Oh,
One
really?
of those-
Oh, I didn't realize they televised it.
Oh, yeah.
See, I always miss the fun parts. Well, that's all right. It wasn't meant for me to watch that. But,
Yeah, that's
and
watched it.
I always feel sorry for the victim's family as well as the victim. Or the person, like you just said, the horrendous. I always feel because there's pain in there. There's pain everywhere.
Right. Everybody pays for that crime.
Oh, Sunday I went to Theo's for breakfast.
Yeah.
And we actually had a very good breakfast.
Oh, awesome. Good.
Service was, but
wow.
the food was really good. But then the next day I felt generous, and I went to Belmont Hall again. and had a very nice breakfast.
Excellent,
and all that.
excellent.
Waitress service and all that. Of course, when I go there, I'm a star.
Right,
so
right. As
gotta
you
go
should
where
be.
you're a star, right?
As you should be.
Well, we worked hard to be that. But folks, if you have any questions you want to talk to us about, please feel free to. We raise money for the Manchester Animal Shelter.
And thank you everybody who came and donated to the Manchester Animal Shelter. And if you didn't get a chance to come on Saturday, we invite you to go to the animal shelter and donate.
Absolutely.
Or go to their website and donate.
And they'll be more than happy to help you with it. And remember, it is a tax write-off.
Right,
Is that what
right.
you call it? Tax
Tax
write-off,
deduction,
whatever, So, and it really is. And always remember this, that every time you meet someone and you give, like, to an animal that needs your help, or you might get to someone walking down the road, and you might have $1 or $2, just, shake the hand and give them $1 or $2. You're going to feel good.
Yeah.
Do I do it? Yeah, I do it. I don't only tell people to do it. I practice what I preach.
Right.
And it hurts me to part with money, trust me.
Yes, it does. And I wanted to send a thank you out to whoever found that cat that was put in the box and then put in the dumpster. Thank you to whoever found that cat and saved it.
What happened now?
Someone put a cat in a box, taped it shut, and threw it in a dumpster. And then someone found... I must have heard, I don't know how they found it, but they found the cat and took it to the animal shelter. And I am just so grateful for whoever found that cat. It looks like a beautiful, beautiful cat.
Was it a kitten or a cat?
No, it's a cat. And it's just a beautiful cat.
If you don't want them, find a home for them. Is that what you're going to do with your kids?
Yeah.
I don't want my kids anymore, so I'm going to put them in a box.
Some people do that.
Oh, did you see that when that woman took her son who has some kind of a handicap and into the woods?
Yes. The quadriplegic.
Yeah.
Pushed him in the woods in his wheelchair, left him there for 4 days so she could be, with a Bible for protection.
Yeah.
And left him there 4 days. We don't normally go off on negative rants, and I'm sorry that we are today,
I'm not sorry.
but
I
this
think we
is
should.
important. You can't, who in their right mind thinks it's okay to put a handicapped person, regardless of age, in a wheelchair, push him out in the middle of the woods and leave him there for 4 days so you can go be with your lover? Really? Who thinks that's okay?
And when a man does it, and I'm not trying to be by racist or prejudiced, and the man is really getting all scum, but when a woman does it, somehow people in our society kind of overlook it. They don't get on the woman, but I hope this one.
Yeah, she's
should.
not getting any sympathy.
Well, how about that baby that died from the mother feeding it too much cancer disease, and fed that baby nothing but salt?
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, from the G tube, kept feeding it salt, and the baby died.
Oh, I didn't hear anything about that. How horrible! What would be the logic to that?
Because it was getting her attention.
Oh my goodness!
And she would tell everybody that her child had cancer.
Sounds like the scene out of Sixth Sense when they found out the mom was the one that killed the daughter.
Yeah, folks, if my theory is there's so many people out there that would love to have children.
Right.
If you don't want them, and there are wonderful group homes here in our country for someone like that paraplegic that would bring him in and teach him how to do things and maybe work with him.
Well, and at least care for him. Yeah. Give him the love and the guidance.
The fear that this kid has.
Right, and that's what they're saying. The terror he went through is irreversible. They cannot, no matter, nothing will ever make this child feel safe again, is what they think.
And she wants to go back and see her child and bring that child home. Oh, I'm going to be all upset if that happens.
Yeah, I think not just you. I think there will be a major protest in this country, and especially in Philadelphia, because people are freaking out about this, and as they should. We need to stand up for kids. We need to stand up for animals. We need to stand up for those who don't have a voice for themselves. And I think that's one thing you and I both try to really do.
Folks, I've been fortunate. I've been blessed. I have a few handicaps. I talk funny. I have one eye that never opens up and flat nose or whatever. But I'm still blessed.
Exactly.
I can walk. I can talk. I can shoot my mouth off when I want.
Yeah, really? I've never seen that.
Only Saturday. Oh, yeah. That's another thing. We went to, Dawn, Drew and I went to Mary Ann's down in Derry.
Yeah.
And we had a phenomenal breakfast.
Awesome.
And I had what they call a country-style omelet. It
Oh.
was a vegetarian time.
Ooh.
It was awesome. They had a little bit of. I'm getting so I like that mild salsa sauce.
Mm.
Now that I have my gallbladder removed, I can have it,
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
Excellent,
Yeah.
excellent.
So if you go by there, I was going to put it I was going to put the pictures of it on there, but it didn't come out very well on the
Yeah.
camera. So, folks, if you go by, just stop in there. Tell us your experiences about restaurants. I think that would be interesting.
Yeah, yeah. Who's everybody's favorite restaurant in Manchester? Because I have to say I don't know a lot about Manchester. I come here once a week to do the show, but I don't spend any time in Manchester really.
Yeah, and that's it, folks. Lori and I, we do our show. She goes home after she beats me up, of course, but then she goes home, and I go home. Then we chat on if we need something out. So we really don't. But once in a while, we might go to Applebee's.
Right, we've done that a couple times.
Yeah, and we got some exciting guests coming on.
We do.
We're up until September.
Let's see who next week's guest is, if I have it in here.
Cammy Baker.
Oh, that's right. You said that.
She's a real estate agent. I'm going to try to.
Yeah.
If she can't, and then my friend will probably. Corinne is going to be coming on, I believe, next week for maybe an hour first before this other lady, Cammy, comes in and she's going to sing for us.
Cool.
She's a senior at Bedford High School.
Oh, very nice.
So
very nice.
I like giving young kids a chance.
I was gonna say I love when we do that, when we have the younger people come in and show their gifts and talents and get them out there.
Yeah, unfortunately, Matt is ill today. I guess he has allergies.
Oh.
So I think that's what it is, and hope he's feeling better, Matt.
Yeah, Matt, hope you feel better.
And I've had actually. Anybody that's trying to make it in the music world, if they can really sing, and I don't mean adults that squawk like chicken, but that's all right. But if they think they can do it, more power.
Hey,
to
right?
them. We won't damn anybody.
Right.
We actually had a guy come in one time. I've heard for like 3 years now. He thought all ugly people should be dead.
Oh, that's horrible.
That all geniuses should be kept alive. So I looked at him and I said, "Well, you're not very good looking."
Oh.
And I said, who's to judge who should be put in an oven like that
Right.
going on,
That's just horrible.
And we got a lot of phone calls on that.
I bet you
I'm
did.
not having that
Yeah.
anymore.
Wow. Talk about arrogance.
Yeah. And then I wish we had a solution to all the police killing the blacks killing the police, and the whites killing, and everybody killing each other.
Everybody, right?
Regardless
of
race, any race, color, or anything like that. For a while, I really was racist. I'm not gonna lie, I was, until all of a sudden I said, my spirit guide says to me, "What are you doing?
Right.
How can you call yourself a spiritualist if you're not looking into their heart?"
That's very true. Very true.
I have there's a friend of mine here from Kenya, and he comes over every week. He actually gave me 2 beautiful office chairs.
Oh, very nice.
Very nice, that jacket.
Yeah.
Here. And I have another very dear friend from Trinidad. I have meeting so many people, so racism is not in my vocabulary.
Right. And it's such a waste of energy and so sad because you miss out on so much.
You have a lovely shirt on this evening.
Thank you. Bruce will be so happy to hear it.
But, I spelled off and all this stuff, but I haven't really, in the last 5 years, maybe 6 years, I've grown up.
Good.
As weird as that sounds. I've gotten rid of my resentment towards a lot of different people, especially I used to blame the town I grew up with. And, you can't blame a town.
Right. Well, I've been having this discussion with people lately. You can't blame things. You can be mad at, or hurt, or angry at people, but you can't blame things.
Yeah.
It's not their fault.
No. It's your fault.
It is what it is.
Yeah, he's smiling. But, if we all had that tendency.
Yes.
Oh, Lori made me do this. Or Lori put that beer in my hand.
Yeah.
I was great for that, blaming my dad for putting on. Nobody does anything unless you want them to, and unless you allow it.
Well, unless you allow it.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of people allow things they don't want, but they allow it and then use that as an excuse. I mean, there are exceptions. You know, people who are abused. Whoa, where are you going, Norm?
Yeah, I'm sinking down. I didn't weigh. No, I weighed that much. I thought I was losing weight. I lost 3 whole pounds. You know, and then if we believe in us, that's the key.
That is the key.
If we believe in ourselves, then no matter what they do, they can't get us down.
Right. I mean, you know, you've actually inspired me.
Oh, thank you.
I am seriously considering writing another book called Nothing Special about myself.
But you are special.
Right. But so is everybody else.
You're
And
right. We
you know
are
what
in
I
our
mean?
own unique way. We are very
Everybody
special.
is. So, like, I had someone say to me, "Well, your life's been blessed." I'm like, "You don't know anything about my life." Yes, I am extremely blessed. I will never say otherwise. But you don't know what sacrifices have happened, what bad things have happened, what good things have happened. You don't know anything about me. So because I choose to be happy, because I choose to recognize how blessed I am, don't think that I can't understand where you're at.
That's what I tell people.
You know?
One of the things that a lot of the people that come to my office, my students, as I call them,
Yep.
you know, I don't like the word client, you know.
Right.
They don't realize that I've been there.
Right.
Not on the same
Absolutely.
path they've been, but I've gone through a lot of many of the problems. And the one thing I always hate to hear and say, "Oh, Lori, sweetheart, I know how you feel." I don't know how. I can empathize with you, but I do not truly know how you feel.
But I can recognize the situation.
Right.
I can recognize that, like someone said to me, "Well, you have no idea this horrible thing happened to me when I was growing up, and now my life's a mess." And I'm like, I can understand that because I went through something similar, almost identical, and I chose to not be a victim to it. I chose to grow from it. And that's what I said to this person. I said, you need to switch how you're looking at it. You learned who you didn't want to be and what you don't want to do. Those are gifts. So instead of looking at the bad part of it and reliving that, let's focus on the good parts of it and live that.
And you know what? The sad part, and well, I'm not sad because I needed that path. It took me 60 years to learn how to let go of it. And I'm still learning.
Right.
There are days when I'll say, "Oh, poor me." Then I'll say, "Wait, what am I doing?"
Right.
I'm a great son, daughter, granddaughter. My roommate is awesome. My dog, my cat. I may not have the best apartment in the world, but it's mine.
But you have a nice place.
I really
you know what I
do.
mean?
Yeah.
And you're happy. And
we
really,
are,
isn't that all that matters?
And I don't have time, and I don't think you do, to feel sorry for myself.
No. I mean, there are days when I don't want to get out of bed, but it's not because I'm feeling sorry for myself. It's,
There are times when,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
You and I don't like it. If I start to feel sorry for myself, my spirit guides will smack me in the head, and all that. Oh, yeah. See, we have angels and spiritual guides.
Oh, yeah,
I
definitely.
have 3 of them, all from Scotland. 2 is doctors and 1's a minister. And boy, do they let me know when they're unhappy with me.
Right.
And I have another lady, her name was Anita LeMay.
Mm.
She passed away maybe, I'm going to say probably, I'm looking at maybe 8 years ago or something like that. She used to tell me like it was, and the language she used wasn't always the nicest,
Well,
shall we
sometimes
say.
you need that. You don't listen otherwise.
Yeah. Well, that's what I do. And I mean, she would tell me where the bear pooped in the woods, and and I love it today. Even now, when I'm not doing something the way it should be done, I will hear about it.
Right.
So I don't, go, okay, yeah, I will.
Right, I got it.
Yeah, I got it.
I hear you. Yeah.
And she also, I was going to go on a trip to the DR with a very good friend of mine. She said, "No, you're not." I go, "Yeah, I am." She goes, "No, you are not." Guess what? She won. And so I decided I better listen.
Yeah.
They're not going to tell us, most spiritual people like yourself and mine, we're not going to tell you something that's going to hurt you.
Right.
We're going to tell you things that, and I'm not going to tell you something that you want to hear.
Well, it might hurt your feelings.
Yeah.
But
We're not going to, but you're not going to be told what you want to hear most of the time. You're going to be told what you need to hear, not
what you need to hear, right?
And that's what they do. Confirmation is one of the biggest problems.
Well, one thing is, and you probably have people that come to you too, they want you to tell them this.
Yeah.
And if you tell them anything else,
Oh,
then you're
shit.
wrong.
Oh, yeah.
You are so wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Even though it turns out you're right.
I've had many people call me and apologize,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to condemn them. That's not my job. My
Oh,
job
no.
is, I'm always, when I can remember, I've been injured, spirit morally, and I've been hurt by a lot of people, but I'm learning how to forgive and let go because if we don't let go of the people who have hurt us or what they have done to us, then we are not accomplishing what we should be doing. And we're giving them the battle. And 9 times out of 10, they probably don't even remember what they did.
Right. And we're still letting them
we're still
control
letting them win.
us and win. And that's,
God, aren't we good looking?
We really are.
I really
I'm
didn't
liking
realize
these new
that.
cameras.
Yeah, I do too.
I think they capture our beauty a lot more.
Oh, look who's here.
Hey,
Come on
come
over.
on.
Here we are, patting ourselves on our back.
See? We were so
guys do look good.
so on
Thank you.
ourselves. That
And
we
now
didn't
we're looking
even-
at, we have another gorgeous lady just come in. April Adams. She had the wrong date, but that's okay. Thank you for making
Well,
it
I'm glad
anyway.
I
You
still
also
could make
brought
it.
in a phone call. Let's
Yeah.
grab that
Right.
real quick. Welcome to Norman Friends. You're on the air.
Hi, I was calling. I had seen Norm actually at Hannaford a few weeks ago and sent him an email. He was right about a couple things, so he'd asked that I call in.
Oh, hi. How are you, darling?
Good, how are you?
Good. Are you feeling the motherly type now?
I'm feeling a little sick, to be honest.
Uh-oh. I told her she was pregnant before she even knew she was.
Oh boy.
Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. But you'll get over it quickly. You got a happy voice. You sound excited, though.
I am excited. I'm just happy. I sent you an email. I said I don't think I'll be
Yeah.
able to call in, but I'm waiting for my plumber, and he said he's on his way here from Milford. So I thought I should give him a call now while I can. But
Hey, there
yeah,
you go.
you were right. I don't know if it's going to be a girl yet, but
I know what it is.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah?
Yeah.
She didn't even know she was pregnant, and I told her she was. I love it.
It
Don't you
wasn't.
like
You
when you're
stopped
right?
me at the grocery store, and I had actually met you, like 15 years ago, and
Yeah.
had a reading with you.
Wow.
Which was great then too.
Thank you.
And it was so nice to see you again. And I came home and I told my husband, I said, so I saw the psychic at the grocery store, and he told me I was going to be pregnant. And my husband didn't believe it, and then 2 weeks later, I was.
Oh, wow.
That's when you like being right. Don't
Right,
you agree?
exactly.
And I also, it could be possibly twins.
Oh, boy.
All right, Norm. She's not ready for that.
And boy, is she gonna be sweetie. I feel sorry for your husband, darling.
Wow.
Why do you say that? Tell
Because
me why.
you're going to be. Can I use the word bitchy? I already did, right? You're gonna be bitchy like there's no tomorrow.
Oh, no. Do you really think twins? I'm scared now.
I'm just getting you going now, and it wouldn't surprise me.
Oh, boy. Well, maybe that's why I've been so sick.
Could be. How's your appetite?
Not there really at all.
Oh, well, that's another sign of it, okay? One thing I want to encourage you to do, and April, I'm sure it will agree with me, is practice yoga and meditation. I'm a firm believer in meditation and proper breathing. Breathe through your mouth and out your nose, and then reverse it. I'm a firm believer in that. And your baby will love you for it. And by the way, the baby will be healthy.
Good. Well, that should help. I hope it helps with I have been doing some yoga, but I haven't been feeling much for exercising at all. So, maybe in another month, things will start to perk up a little.
Oh, no, you got to start doing it now, darling. Stop procrastinating.
I would.
Okay.
I
One of the
will.
things I will also tell you is that I just see the baby's going to come in between 7 and 8 pounds, possibly 9 pounds at the most, but 7, and you better be prepared to go to the hospital very quickly.
Well, you said that at the grocery store, and I'm both excited and nervous about that because with my first son, I had an emergency C-section, and they said no natural delivery ever for you. So I'm excited if it happens that quick and it's safe.
Yeah,
but I'm nervous if it doesn't.
darling, no. Listen to what I'm going to say, and I think you'll probably agree with me. You're going to be fine. Your hair's you'll lose a little bit of hair, but that's all right. You turn a little bit gray, but you're going to be fine. I promise you. You've got about 100 angels watching all over you.
Oh, thank you. That actually makes me feel a lot better because I did have a night a couple weeks ago where I was really nervous about everything. My first delivery was really awful, so I was very nervous that, it might be a repeat event. So that makes me feel much
Do me a
better.
favor. Either email me or call me, 641-3187. Whenever you feel nervous, give me a call and we'll talk you through it.
Oh, thank you, Norm.
Okay? And we'll turn your husband over my knee and make his bare bottom in the end to make him realize it.
Tell my husband what? Say that again.
Never mind.
This is inappropriate.
I'm being facetious now, actually. But it's going to be fine. I promise you're going to have a very healthy baby. It's going to look a lot like his mother, but he's also going to have his father's personality.
Oh, that's just like our first one. So that's great because we love him.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, you remember when I told you about Speed? Do you remember me telling you really, really, really got to watch it?
With speeding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're so quiet that was.
I am. Yes, I am. In fact, I think of it all the time now when I'm driving. I think now that you were right about the pregnancy, I definitely think about the speeding.
Have your husband check your rear. What do you call them things? They put the light on the thing. Rear backlights. Is what they call them?
The
reverse lights?
Oh, the tail light?
Yeah. There you go. I don't know. I don't think about cars, but yeah, have them check that because I see either the signal light isn't working the way it should be. You might have a loose bulb.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
Okay? And you're gonna do fine. I promise.
Okay, thank you. I am, like I said, I am nervous, but I do have, like you said, I have a couple of people who are on the other side who I think will help me through it.
Not think, never think, always know. You agree with that? Mm-hmm. Always know. Wait a minute, we actually have a gorgeous-looking lady in here too.
Absolutely.
God, I feel outweighed here. All these pretty ladies. Maybe I'll wear my blonde wig.
I think the pink one would be better.
What do you think? Should I wear a pink wig or a blonde wig?
Pink.
All right.
Majority rules.
There you go. Thank you for calling, honey.
Thanks, Norm.
Yeah, bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye. I love exciting news like that.
Yeah,
Don't you, when you
it's
hear
beautiful.
That stuff?
See, April, you brought us good news.
See?
I love
You
it.
really did. We have April Adams
Yes.
from
The Retreat on Elm.
Retreat on Elm, and she has a new book called Essence.
Yes, the book is called Essence.
Read it right up.
Yes. All right. Essence, Ending Emptiness, Finding Fulfillment.
And how long did that take you to write?
Well, the fact-gathering part of it, about 5 or 6 years.
Well, that's what I
But
mean.
the writing process itself was actually about 2 months. I came up with a healing modality last August. Everything sort of gelled together. And I decided that at the end of September I was going to teach it. I set up a class and then I wanted a manual to give to my students. And I started to write everything down as to how to do this healing modality. And as I was writing that, as I was putting down the steps, I was also noticing that it was really important to include all of the things that got me to a place of emotional stasis so that they could empower themselves to have not only the ability to do healing energy and healing work, but to use their own intuition to emotionally fulfill themselves and get rid of whatever blockages and things they have going on subconsciously, energetically, emotionally, all of that. And a lot of what you guys were talking about earlier as far as when you blame things on other people. Like, we all think that somebody else made us feel angry or somebody else made us feel wonderful, but really it was us and our judgments and thoughts about what they were doing or saying that created that in us.
Right.
So that kind of information all had to go in there too. Yeah, so it took probably about 2 months, and then another 2.5 months before it, was publishable and edited and
You got
all of
one
that.
more book coming out.
And I think you're correct. I've kind
know,
of
I
been
know.
told that it'll be channeled.
Oh, very, very
You
cool.
got to listen
Yeah.
to the channel.
Right.
Stop. And one of the things that you will have to listen, if you don't mind me saying, and it's going to be channeled, but don't try to change what they're channeling to you.
Sure.
Because if you try to channel it, if you try to change it, what they're channeling to you,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to be in an uproar. You're going to be, I can't do this anymore. Hey, they changed this back.
No, that's the new one.
I know, but they didn't have it on there last week.
Oh.
So you like that news? See, this
It
is
looks
all
great.
new. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so don't be afraid to listen to your channel. And your spirit, you have a spiritual guide that's a male that is really trying to get your attention, but you're blocking him.
Okay.
Okay? He's from Greece. And he was one of the rabbi, what do they call the Greek ministers? The Pope or whatever they call. He was a priest and Orthodox
Oh.
from Greece. So don't be afraid to. He's going to be very. I'm actually looking at him now. Would you want me
I'll have to
describe
look
him to
for
you?
him because I only know about 2 of my guides. I know about a schoolmarm-looking woman and sort of a Norse warrior-looking guy.
We have another call.
This guy
Maybe this
has-
is someone who can tell us about the Greece.
This guy was those Greek hat, the priest hats.
Yeah.
He has
Okay.
a white gold beard, a white beard.
All right. Welcome to Norman Friends. You're on the air.
Hi guys. I
Hey.
want to say it was nice seeing everybody happy.
Well, it was good to see you too, Mary. How you feeling?
Not too good right now.
Yeah, you don't sound very good.
No, I have an infection in both lungs right now.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, we're going to be sending, Mary, we got you on Facebook. Everybody's sending out, and we're all sending out positive energy healing for you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I'll give you a double shot of whiskey. How's that?
I think that's what I need.
Works every time.
Well, I'll have it
All right,
for
I'm
you.
going to let you guys go.
All right, Mary.
We're watching and when we take care of you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Mary is one of my, is a very, very dear friend of mine, and she came down Saturday. She had to
Yeah,
get sick on
Saturday, yeah.
And she took did video for our psychic event.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so we were awesome. And we're gonna be. I'm planning another one in September. I'll let you know if you want to set up a book booth there or whatever you do.
Okay,
When you
yeah,
happen
let
to
me
do
know.
that. Yeah. Okay. We do it for the Manchester Animal Shelter.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so one of the things I believe in is you got to give back to the community what you receive.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yep.
And but with this book, what inspired you?
Really, I wanted to share what I had learned that sort of fixed me with as many people as I could. And I was finding that just working with people one-on-one in a small private practice was letting me help 20 to 40 people. And I wanted to help everybody.
Well, I love what you
That's
say
what it
on
should
your
be.
website. You said, what did it say? It said, I understand where you are, or I've been where you are, something to that effect. And I thought that was really beautifully stated in where it was on your website. It wasn't like you were saying, oh, I know everything, but that I understand.
Right.
And I felt compelled to go further on your website just from getting
Great.
to that paragraph. So
I'm glad to hear it.
You know?
Well, no. In order to write a book, or in order to help other people, we have to reach some, have an understanding. Your journey. If anybody comes and tells you their journey is easy, I worry.
Right.
You know, I really do. When I love these people who are teaching life coaching, but yet they've never gone through a lot of the life experiences in order to become a person that
Right.
can teach you. You know,
Right.
like
Yeah.
like you've had to learn the hard way because you're very stubborn. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. Yes.
And I'm not being mean when I say that,
No,
but it is.
I
But
agree. Yeah.
If we told you that you couldn't do it, you're going to find a way to do it.
Oh, yes.
Isn't that cool when they tell you can't?
I love
I've
when
had
someone
that
says
happen a
no
couple
to
times.
me. You can't do that. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, oh, I
Bet
me
your
too.
bottom dollar, buddy, because I'm doing whatever it is.
Uh-huh.
I don't even care if I want to do it anymore. I'm doing it now.
Right.
I'm terrified of heights, when a person told me I couldn't climb up there, and they had to get a fire truck to get me down, but at least I climbed up there, you know. But I think anything in our mind, if we put, like with that book, I know that you were, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but then as you were writing the book, am I going to be able to do it okay? Are people going to like what I'm writing? And oh, will it sell okay? Will it do this and that? Now, do you believe?
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm 80 to 90% of the way of believing that I'll get there.
I want you to be 100%.
Do you have
I'd
more
love
book
that.
signings coming up?
Yeah, actually on Tuesday, I'm going to be at Just Naturals in Bedford doing a book signing. 6:30, I believe. 6:15 or 6:30 at Just Naturals. And I'll also be doing a talk on emotional fulfillment that night.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, so
Very
it's
nice.
just going to be a 2-hour event. I'm going to do an hour talk on emotional fulfillment and then follow it with the book signing.
Now, you have a website?
Yes, I've got about 1 billion websites right now.
Uh-huh.
Fillingyourcup.com is the top website right now that I'm sending people to because it's all about coaching, which is my top priority right now, is just being able to connect with people and help them to get their own emotional fulfillment going. And some of that is empowering them to develop their own intuition, some of it's empowering them to activate their own healing abilities, and a lot of it is just fixing the way that they're seeing the world and interacting with it so that they're not making themselves miserable. A lot of people, think that it's all external stuff that's making us miserable, but really it's all about us all the time.
Right.
So fillingyourcup.com is definitely the website I would send people to today. Yeah.
That's awesome. By the way, you got autograph that for me?
I will do that.
All right. Hey, she forgot to give me that book. April, well, I'm upset with that. I had a miscarriage out of that.
You had a miscarriage?
Yes.
I don't think you really did, Norm, but okay.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
But all right.
See, that's what we do.
A miscarriage of justice.
There you go.
Oh,
Hey, I liked the way
Way to
you
save
did that.
him.
All
Way to
right. But I was so glad you came back on again. We had a lot of fun the last time you were
Yeah.
here. One of the things about our show is I could never have a format.
Mm-hmm.
Could you picture us with a format and say, oh, well, we're going to do it this
Yeah,
way?
no.
That would defeat the whole thing.
This is a free-flowing show.
This is it.
We
And,
get a little crazy.
yeah, well, we're supposed to,
Well,
right?
yeah,
That's like when I don't know how much you heard, but we were talking about, like you just said, when we start blaming others for our own inadequacy, and it's sad to say that it took me at least 60 years to learn how to do that. Yeah. I went up to my old hometown, and a pond or a dam that I used to swim off from, all the bloodsuckers you pull off and all that.
Nice.
But when you're a kid, you don't think about that. You know what I mean? You have
Yeah.
fun. And I was able, with my friend Bob Montel, I was able to scream, to yell, and to let it all out. And then I went by the lake I used to go swimming at. Not one person was there that I knew. And here I am, like I just said to her, and you'll probably, all the things that we went through, being picked on, being harassed, these kids don't remember us that did it,
Right.
And so by us allowing them, even though they forgot, but we carry it,
Yeah.
they're actually winning still.
Yep.
By the way, all right, I'll ask her.
Well, can we take this call first?
Yeah.
Welcome to Norm and Friends. You're on the air. Yep, missed him. I'm sorry. Call back. Try again.
No, I forgot what it was. What's in Scotland?
I have no idea.
Castles?
I'm getting a little bit of a chill from that, so
You're
I'm
going
getting
there.
There you
confirmation
go.
on it, but
You're
I
going to
don't know.
Carpenter. You're going there.
okay.
All right, our caller is back.
Okay.
Welcome to Norm and Friends. You're on the air.
Yeah, hi, it's Allison.
Hey,
That was
Allison.
me.
Sorry.
I accidentally hit the hang-up button.
Yeah. Okay, Allison. Excuses.
I know. Well, it was a good one.
Well, yeah. How you doing
How's
today?
everything going?
Good. How are you doing today?
We're doing fine. His mother came over, and
Oh, wonderful.
we managed to get some propane, so that worked out good.
Uh-huh.
And then tomorrow we're out and about again.
Well, good for you. Her boyfriend or partner, he has MS. And let me tell you what, this guy has more. He's like a hero to me. He really is. I'm watching this guy. If you ever met him, you would never know they had MS the way he walks around. She has leukemia. And she's a bully, though. When she's walking, I stay right out of her way. She has this umbrella, and up she goes. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. And but they actually we went to Belmont Hall. She threw her breakfast at me.
Oh.
I did not. It was a cup of coffee.
Oh, it's hot coffee. Come on.
Even better.
She's not going to waste good food, but hot coffee she's willing to throw at you.
But it was a good meal, wasn't it, Allison?
It was very good. In fact, we had the rest of it the following morning.
Did you?
And it was very good.
Yeah.
And so we like the service there. The food's great.
Yeah.
And Dave's mother is looking forward to seeing us all on Mother's Day.
That's a 10th, right?
I don't know.
Yes,
The
it
10th
is.
of May? Yeah.
I think
I'm going to dress
we're
in
going to
drag.
need her to come pick us up.
I'm sorry?
Because, Tammy,
Yeah.
we're going to probably need her to pick us up because they're going to be using the truck.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well,
the mother
I'll leave that
and the
between,
dad.
I'll leave that between you and Tammy.
Oh, okay, I'll give her a call.
Yeah, and hopefully Mary will feel better so she can join us.
I hope so.
You know.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Because Mary's such a nice person.
Yeah, she really is a sweetheart.
She's
So
awfully,
what are you
awfully
having?
Nice and very kind.
Yeah. So what are you having for dinner tonight?
Dessert, for Easter and stuff. It was nice of her.
Yeah.
So what are you having for
Yeah.
dinner?
Yeah, she's all right. But it sounds like you guys are having a good time.
We're having a great time.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to hang up, let you guys do what you do.
All righty.
You have a
Yeah, but trouble is, I get in trouble when I do what I do.
Bye.
Okay, we'll talk to you later. Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye.
She and I've had our differences, believe me. Okay.
You have differences with somebody? I
Why,
find it so
no.
hard. I know you're so sweet and get along all the time.
Yeah. Well, we did a party down in Derry, and it was okay, but the energy I wasn't too happy with. But it all turned out. Good.
Everything turned out the
It
way
all
it's
turned
supposed
out
to.
good. I like to have great energy. I like to have great positive energy whenever I go places. But I definitely see there's somewhere in there. In Scotland, it's a small town. In fact, you actually, in your past or previous life, you actually lived in that small town, and you're going to be going back there, and you're going to recognize the area, even though you didn't live there in this world. But, but you're going to recognize it. You and your partner are going to say, "Wow!"
Yeah.
By the way, you and your partner knew each other in the past life. Mm-hmm. That's why you get along so well
I'm not
today.
surprised.
Most people that have a relationship that works out really well. They do. Oh, I just got wished a happy Mother's Day. Well, think about this. When you were a single parent, aren't you mother and father?
Yeah.
So you have
Pretty
to be
much.
honored by both, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I love that. I'll just wear my evening gown, and my blue high heels, 'Cause
You're gonna
the
get
last
in
time I did that, everything
trouble.
broke. Oh, I'm going to get in trouble now with my son now. Talk about your book or whatever.
Okay,
You
then.
okay? Oh my goodness. So tell them again who you are and how they can get in touch with you. About
Sure.
yourself.
Okay. So I'm April Adams, and I'm an emotional fulfillment specialist. And the way that I do that, the way that I help people create emotional fulfillment is through intuitive life coaching and energy healing and helping them to develop their own intuition as well as using my intuition to help guide them. And essentially everything in this book is what I work with people one-on-one and help them to create total emotional fulfillment. And actually, something that I want to share is next week, so Monday, I am releasing a webinar called Stop Waiting for Someone Else to Make You Happy. Discover the 5 Keys to Total Emotional Fulfillment. And it's a free webinar, so anybody can go on. And if you follow me on Facebook, April Adams, then you'll see the promos coming up for that over the next week or so. And it's really an amazing webinar. There's so much jam-packed in there. It's practically everything I teach people anyway.
Wow.
And then it's more just, if you want to work with me beyond that, that's wonderful. But if not, here is, a huge amount of what I know and how to really get your life back in order and get your mental health in order, your emotional health, your physical health, all of it, just more in a place of peace and also creating passion for yourself rather than waiting for somebody else to create that passion for you.
And how long is that webinar?
It's about an hour.
Wow, that's fantastic. Talk about value packed. I
Yeah.
love it.
You don't use a baseball bat or a sledgehammer?
I try not to, but every once in a while I have to resort to that.
All right, I'm coming.
As we all know, that's what you need with Norm.
That's right. But I mean, the teaching that you do, it didn't come overnight.
No.
It took years of training yourself and years of believing in yourself. Am I correct?
Yeah. I mean, really, I was suicidal at one point. I was just so emotionally distraught.
Can you hold that call, please?
Just really depressed, suicidal, obsessive, compulsive with my thinking. So, more of like an obsessive thought thing than an obsessive behavior thing. But it was all revolving around my romantic relationships. I was finding that every time I got into a deep romantic relationship, about a year and a half in, I would just get really distraught when things got comfortable. Because I've always loved that new love feeling, all that passion and being chased around for sex and just all of the fun and excitement and all the awesome chemicals rushing through your body. And that's really, for a long time, the only time that I really felt happy or complete was when that was happening. But every time I was in that kind of relationship, the other person would eventually sort of taper down in what they had been doing. So I would chase after them going, why don't you ever do this? Why don't you want this? And I couldn't understand for the life of me why they didn't also want the honeymoon phase to continue forever.
Okay, we got to take this call over.
Sure.
Welcome, Norm and Friends. You're on the air. Hello.
I guess I didn't want to wait. Just call back, please. Sorry.
Hang on,
there you are.
Norm.
There you are.
Hey, how we doing?
Hi, Norm. This is Mark. This is Mark from the West Side, Mark.
Okay.
You mind doing a reading for me?
Sure, Mark. Why not? Mark from the West Side.
Yeah, you know who Mark is.
Yeah.
I'm a good friend of yours.
Yeah. Mark, you've got a lot of, if you want to change your life to a better progress, believe in you.
Okay.
Stop running away from everything that can help you to improve your life.
Okay.
Okay? I actually will tell you that you need to, there's something with your eyesight you need to get rechecked again.
Okay.
Okay? Financially, you're going to do okay. I don't see any big financial problems.
Okay. Well, yeah, financially, I'm not the best off financially, but that's not the most important thing.
No. Well, are you surviving?
Yes, sir.
Okay. One of the things you've got to learn how to do is to believe in you. And we actually have a book that teaches you how to believe in you, actually. And you got to say, you know what, Mark? You got to look in that mirror and say, hey, my name is Mark, and I am a winner today, and I can improve my life if I want to without worrying about what other people think. By the way, who's the lady that passed away that you were close to?
To tell you the truth, the lady that I'm close to right now is hospitalized, has not passed, but prognosis doesn't look promising.
No, and I will agree with you there, but there's another lady that has. Did your grandmother pass?
Oh, long time ago, Norm.
Well, she's still with you. Actually, she's always wherever you go, And the lady that's in the hospital, you're right. I don't see her getting up and doing a skip the loop, but I don't see. I see if she makes a recovery, it will be for a very short period of time.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, yes.
But
But I do believe in miracles.
Oh, I do too.
Absolutely.
We all do, or we wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be doing the show that I do. Okay, and but I also believe miracles are an everyday thing.
Yeah.
Our hot-looking lady here, she created a miracle right in the book, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, and my hot-looking Lori there, she met me. That was a miracle.
That was a miracle.
But the one thing
Come on, Norm. Hey, come on, Norm.
But one of the things I want to tell you about, Mark, is that you got to stop doing the path that you're on. Stop trying to destroy yourself and do something better for you.
Okay.
Do you understand what I mean by that?
Well, I think you made a call on that one. Self-destructive path. You might have made the right call on that one.
I know I did. You know, we can give you all the tools to work with, but we're not going to work them for you.
Right.
That's correct. I have to do the legwork. I understand.
Okay. I also will tell you that one of the things I'm seeing with you is that there's a big change coming for the better in your life, but let it happen. Stop trying to push it to happen. Then get discouraged and run away from it.
Right, he's fighting it.
Yeah. He's afraid of good
So
change.
basically what you're saying is I should embrace what is in front of me and not try to project. Is that correct?
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. You agree with that?
Absolutely.
What do you think?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, you got all three of us all agree with that because let's be honest, you're a very smart man.
Yeah.
And you keep
maybe. I don't know. I haven't taken an intellectual quotient test. But.
Well, but you're smart, but you won't use it to your advantage. You prefer to let people make your decisions for you when you need to make your own decisions.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Well, I don't get influenced. Trust me, I do not get influenced. I'll listen to reason if I think that it's reasonable. I'll listen to reason.
Yeah, but you also will think, well, are they right or are they wrong? Are they weighing it out? I also will tell you that there's a gentleman that has passed that's trying to kick you in the buttocks to get you motivated to do better.
Yes, and I think you're absolutely right. And I actually think I know who that gentleman is.
Okay, and the one thing, are you having chest pains?
Un poquito. That's Espanol. I don't even speak Spanish, but
You just did.
a little bit.
You said a little
A little
bit.
bit of numbness in the left arm.
Yeah, you should
You
get
need
that
to go
checked.
get that checked
should
out
get
like
that checked.
yesterday.
Because my chest is starting to
Okay.
hurt. So I think you
I
got to
just
get that
recently
checked.
got covered by Medicaid. It took me an arm, and it's like a tooth, pulled by a dentist. It took me forever just to get covered.
Well, then take advantage of it and go
Time
get
to
your
go.
heart checked.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
get a
What
good
is Medicaid?
physical, whatever, but get it checked.
Yeah.
Like-
yeah. Oh, that's the one thing President Obama did right, is he covered everybody
Yeah,
medically.
yeah.
See?
Then I expect you. I want you to call me next week. I'm going to let you go, but I want you to call me next week and tell me you made an appointment with your doctor and cardiologist. Ooh, I
All
just
right,
said a
Norm.
big word.
You did say a big word.
Yeah. Okay, and let me know how your friend's doing. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much,
Okay.
Norm.
Yeah. Bye
All
bye.
right. Bye, Mark.
Thank you too, ladies.
You're welcome. Have a good one.
You too.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think he's a guy I went to AA with, but he never took the.
Mark from the West Side.
I went to. Ooh, I made almost 20 years of sobriety.
Congratulations.
Oh yeah, and let me tell you, it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
And I've got next month will be 2 years without smoking a cigarette.
Congratulations.
Haven't given up my pot yet. I refuse to do that. But anyway, can't get rid of all my bad habits,
Got to keep a couple around.
Yeah, unfortunately.
We all need a vice at
Yeah,
least. Come on.
But one of the things that you're going to be doing a lot more spiritual limitation. Don't be afraid of it, please.
I am so in for that. You wouldn't even believe it.
Yeah, oh, I know.
I've seen her wings, so she's got this covered.
Oh, okay. Is there a halo around there too?
Well, not in this, not in this case. She wasn't wearing a halo, but I know it's there.
But
a little crooked, but it's there.
Well, one of the things I was curious at, when you always had this gift as a child, but you didn't know how to use it, huh?
Right. Yeah.
I think we all have this. I think we kind of know what we're going to be doing as we get older.
Sure.
But we're not understanding. I knew when I was growing up, you're the devil. Oh, you can't do that. I used to belong to a born-again Christian. So, according to the Christians, I'm going to hell anyway because I'm gay, number one. Number two, I think there is several times. And three, I'm a psychic. So
but how beautiful is it?
In there.
How beautiful is it that we are living in a time right now where all of those things are okay?
Yeah.
Nobody's going to try to kill you or put you in jail for that anymore.
In this country.
Yeah.
And that's incredible
Yeah.
to be in that time and space, because
I
feel the same way.
I will tell you this, that you were actually burned at the stake with Joan of Arc.
I knew that I was burned at the stake at some point, but I was unclear as to when that happened.
I'm going to give you a challenge to research it and see what, if you can't visualize, you're going to do it with 3 women, if I remember right, that were burned.
Okay.
Okay. This will be a challenge for you to do research on to see, because I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Yeah, and I'm getting chills on it.
Yeah,
so.
have you ever seen pictures of Joan of Arc and felt really, I've been there, I've done, stuff like that?
I get that with slavery, the Holocaust, and the witch trials. Yeah. Those 3 just pull me in. Yeah. Joan of Arc, actually, a friend of mine is super into that. she's really drawn to that. So perhaps we were
one of the ones that
together in that one.
No, she actually was one of the ones that set the fire.
Oh.
So
okay.
now you burn me.
It's all right. I forgive her.
I feel that.
I wish a lot of times when I tell people this, I always wish there was always a way I could prove this. Obviously, I can't. But the way I do tell it is go back in history. Go back in history and see how you simulate that stuff. Like, I like the old westerns with the old, you ever watch The Rifleman?
No.
Oh my God! Have you ever watched that?
Yeah, she's young.
Yeah, you're just a young puppy, but it's still on TV.
Well, on TV,
the house, the house. It's like a cabin or a house like that with all the wood and all that, and I can visualize myself living in that era, and my son likes the Victorian style. You probably a Victorian.
No.
Are you?
No.
Am I partial to Victorian time?
No. Victorian houses?
I mean, I like to look at them. I think they're pretty, but I don't feel a draw to them.
Although, I have to tell you, I used to have dreams when I was a kid about old Victorian houses with attics that kept going up and up and up. I kept going higher and higher into the different attics and stuff.
That was your spiritual level.
Like that.
When I tell people now, when I want them to meditate, she's always saying that Aladdin's magic carpet, when the lamp, visualize yourself on that carpet and visualize your spirit going level. That's what made me think of that when you were saying the attic. See, with the attic is representing that when your spiritual growth, there is no ending to it.
Sure.
Does that make sense to you? You're never going to find the true answer. It's like a well. Where there's a bottomless well and you're climbing and you had that stairs and you're climbing. I'm always climbing. I don't want to reach the top because that means my journey is over. And I'm not ready to go home yet. I want to be around to at least 125, I want to keep on doing what I'm doing now till
Can you imagine Norm at 125? God help us all.
You're right. Hey, honey, the food's over there. Hurry up and get it.
He turned into Rodney Dangerfield.
Right?
Yeah, there you go. I love that guy. Hey, he was not accepted in the Actors Guild?
Wow.
Yeah.
Because he was too brazen. He was never very popular as far as the people go. I loved him, though.
Well, it's funny because I bet
is.
now people like Seth Rogen and those guys are probably in there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But comedy isn't comedy like it used to be.
No.
I always have to have this dialect to it that is either running somebody down and the vulgarity in it and all that stuff. And I like the old-fashioned comedy, like Red Stanford and all them, And one of them also will tell you, I definitely know you're running it down. Oh, You want to go on a cruise?
I just was on one shortly ago. But
Really?
yes, I do want to actually speak on cruises.
'Cause
So
you're going to be.
great.
Very nice.
And,
Fantastic.
the Carnival.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why I'm looking at that great
Yeah.
big name, Carnival, and you're
Yep.
going to be paid very well to go on there.
Fantastic. That's
Okay.
one of my goals, so thank you.
Okay. Only you can make it happen.
Right.
Okay. That's like one thing I've learned here with Lauren. I've been doing this I think I've only missed 3, maybe 4 shows at the most. But now I know, because I trust her completely, that I can go away and we'll say we went on Monday and come back on a Friday, even though it's going to be hard because the old habits I had to break it. That way. I know that if I come back, it's still going to be fine.
Mm-hmm.
She told me I couldn't call in though.
Yeah, I already had them block his cell phone number. So.
And that took a lot for me to trust. Like that was a lot for me. It really was. And like with you, you know when you go. Now, when you close your office down and go on trips and stuff, do you close your office down, or do you have someone that works in it while you're not there?
I close it down, but I have a sort of secretary receptionist person who works remotely. So she's still kind of manning calls and taking care of things while I'm away.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Because my friend told do you have a massage person in your office?
No, I used to, but I don't now.
And where's your office?
Just down the street, right on Elm Street, above the Shaskeen Pub.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good pub.
Yep. Yeah.
Very good.
I love the cafe right next door, too.
Oh, I haven't been in
Cafe Lorraine.
Oh, I haven't been in
She actually opened right around the same time that I did. So she's been open for 2 or 3 years now. And it's just one entrance over from the Shaskeen Pub.
Oh, I'll have to try that.
Oh, I had lunch there the day I did
Yeah.
your event.
Yep.
Yeah, that was very nice. Yeah, I can highly recommend that. They were super nice in there too.
Yeah, they are.
What's
They're
it
really
called?
sweet. Cafe Lorraine. So it's the Queen, Cafe of the Queen. So Queen
Oh, well,
City.
I'll fit right in there,
Yeah.
won't I?
There you go. She opened it just for you.
There you go. I also will. There's a lady that has a hearing problem that you're close to. Okay, she has a hard time admitting it. She tries to. It's not serious, but it can be because she won't wear a hearing aid.
And I'm getting confirmation on that, but I'm trying to figure out who it is right now. For some reason, it's not clicking in my head, even though I'm getting chills on it. So go ahead.
Is your mother still alive?
Yes.
Okay, she's alive.
Yep.
She's
Okay.
stubborn, isn't she?
About certain things, yes. And other things, she just gets steamrolled. So.
One other thing I will tell you that she's very proud of you. And she's very happy that, people think because a person is still alive that I can't talk to the spirit. I can.
Sure.
We all can. You can.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Definitely.
And I have to, I also tell you, she's overcome a lot of hurdles in her life, too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
She was usually a pushover, so to speak.
Yeah.
But you have taught her how to become stronger.
We're getting there.
Yeah. What's in Connecticut?
Connecticut. No connection yet. I don't know.
There will be.
Okay.
There will be.
I'll watch.
Expect you're going to do a lot of traveling.
Yeah.
This office that you have now is just going to be like a hole in the wall. I'm not trying to be mean when I say that hole. It's just a temporary
It's a
spot.
stopover.
Okay, because you're going to be going to another area, and the person that you're married to is going to follow wherever you go. Okay, you have a dog?
No, but we plan to when we buy a home. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, and that's very shortly. Get your dog now, is what I'm being told. Go to the animal shelter.
We could. I wish we could. Our current living situation doesn't allow pets, so we're
Poke them in the eye.
We'd like to.
Because that'll solve everything. They won't mind at all.
No. I'm famous for that.
Yeah. They'll be like, oh, April, we'll do anything you want.
We joke around. We joke around about getting a small dog and training it to go on like a little pad of grass or something in the apartment because we don't want to get caught with the animal, but we still want a pet.
You're moving out of the... Is your lease almost up over there?
We own it, so we kind of have to wait for the economy to rebound a little bit as far as the real estate market because we bought it at the high end and then the bottom dropped out, so we're waiting for things to.
Get another 2 years on that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Your complex won't let you have a. Is it a condo?
Yeah, it's one of the old mill
pets?
buildings, and it's no pets allowed. So.
What's her name, Beth?
Yeah, but she doesn't.
It's an area.
Yeah, she lives in a row house, so she can.
But
sort of.
I actually will tell you, you've got a lot of spirits in that building.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah.
But they stay away from you because you're positive and you're not going to allow
Well,
any
because
negative
I'll
energy.
clear them if they come in. They know,
That's it,
they can
right.
come to me if they need to go into the light, but otherwise, just nope, stay away.
I love working with the spirits like that.
Yeah.
I love the challenges they will give to you. They don't want to go, but you want them to go. And
But I think you have had some come to you just because they were ready to go.
Yeah.
And they needed your help.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It
I
happens
feel like
a lot.
I can hear someone saying they refer spirits to you. A spirit
okay.
who doesn't
And I'm
want to
getting
leave
confirmation on that.
refers
Yeah.
other spirits that do to you to help.
Okay.
You are going to have one of the biggest battle of spirits that you've ever had.
Mm.
And it could take you up to 2 hours.
Okay.
Okay? You're going to know, so you never lose eye contact with the spirit. Or the voice. Keep your tone of voice at the same at all times. Never show fear. And when I say together, I was up in Laconia, and I was at this building, dark building like I had never been in. I was in a battle with this spirit. I could visualize a green snake coming out of this person's soul, out of the body. It was a continuous battle, and I'm there. You gotta come out, I was getting tired. So I asked this born-again Christian guy to help me. You got any laugh on it? He hid behind the door and said, "In the name of Jesus, come out." He went and hid out there. Oh my God! So I had to keep going. Finally, we got, and when she fell to the floor, it was like thud. It would have split our heads open.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that she was, but she let it right back in again. And her house where she lived, lucky she didn't die. Her house was so strong with a negative energy, it burned the house down.
Wow.
You're getting your Mercedes that you want.
Didn't know I wanted a Mercedes, but
And does
I
your partner want
can
one?
see that coming. I just want a beautiful convertible at some point. So
That's your Mercedes convertible. It's a black convertible with white seats.
okay.
Little white convertible. It's gonna be,
It sounds lovely.
yeah, and it's going to be in Connecticut. I have no idea when I keep seeing that strong
Yeah.
effect on Connecticut. Okay.
Maybe I'll rent it.
No, Lisa, there you go. Okay, let's talk some more about your book.
Okay. Well, let's, I guess, pick up where I left off as far as my journey that led me to it. When I got to a point where I was so low, I was really at a place where I was deciding whether to leave this life altogether or to make a big change. I kind of came to a realization that this was a pattern in my life and that I was the common denominator in all of those relationships that had gone that direction. So obviously it was something in me that needed that, all of the aspects of new love. And so, it was part addiction, it was part ego, it was part programming from our culture and society as far as how important love is and what it's supposed to look like and all of that. So there were just a lot of layers of it that I needed to work through. And I discovered Reiki at the same time as I made that emotional discovery that it was all about me. And I just started reading everything I could get my hands on, working on as many people as I could doing Reiki, and just working through what I needed to do to heal myself. And as I was doing that, I had clients coming into me who needed the same exact thing. And as soon as I learned something, they came in and needed to learn that too. So that's really what led me into doing Reiki first and then transitioning to life coaching even more importantly than Reiki. Because if they came in for a Reiki session with certain blockages and I released those blockages, they would just go home and put them back on again.
Right.
So unless they had the tools to change their perception and the way that they were reacting to things, then it wasn't doing any permanent good. So now it's more about the coaching with a little bit of energy to back it up, as opposed to it being the other way around. And I think it's a really good balance that people seem to like a lot.
I agree.
I love Reiki being done. I'm not a Reiki person to do it.
Right.
A very dear friend of mine, her name is Linda Tromley, and she says, I won't teach you how to do Reiki. You won't teach me how to do reading. And she's a master teacher.
Yep.
But we have an agreement, because the way I do it is energy work is a lot different. And what I just haven't done, I love it. When I went and had my eyes operating on, my friend Bob gave me Reiki energy, and they said they had never had anybody have their eyes operated so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And as I did, and I said, yeah, I owe it to
That's
Reiki.
awesome.
Then I went and had my heart checked on, and usually it takes a 2-hour setting, and it only took like maybe 45 minutes to a half hour, 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, wow, we've never had this done so fast. Well, where do you feel the pain? I said, there's no pain. The people would get mad at me. I said, they're really. She said, you got to have some pressure, some pain. I said, yeah, I got to pee. Does that help any? They were really mad. But I believe in Reiki. You're a Reiki
believe
teacher, right?
Reiki master teacher, yep.
And do you teach Reiki?
Yes.
Okay. Do you agree that I'm not going to tell you it's a cure-all? That's garbage.
Sure.
But what I will tell you, it can help you a lot.
Yeah.
If someone has cancer, they go to Reiki energy. I have a friend of mine that did that. Ooh, that must be Al.
Yep. Oh. Welcome to Norman Friends. You're on the air.
Did Al call?
Not yet.
Not
You
yet.
will soon, darling.
Okay, let me go so he'll call, okay?
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye, darling.
And I have to get going soon because I have a client at 5:30.
Right.
Yes.
Well, I guess
Well, thank you
Thank you for coming on.
My
At the
pleasure.
last minute there, I know, because you forgot. I should have reminded you. That was my fault.
That's all right. I just had the wrong
And
date
all-
down,
yeah,
so
you know what? It's all good.
yeah, and it worked out. I got
Yeah.
here, so we're
We
Yeah,
got a chance to
good.
push your book a little bit more.
Yeah, I
and,
appreciate it.
And
Thank
where
you.
can they get your book?
Yeah.
Um,
before you leave.
They can get it at the Retreat on Elm. They can get it on Amazon, both as a Kindle and a physical book. iTunes as an iBook, and a Nook as well.
Very
So.
nice. Very nice. Excellent.
A lot of success for you. We'll try to get you booked in. We'll double check with you to make sure. Okay.
Yes.
But it all works out, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, we're gonna let you go, and thank you so
Thank
much, and have
you.
fun with
Thanks,
your clients.
guys. Thank you.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
And I will take this out and sign it for you and leave it out there for
All
you on my way
righty.
out.
And
Thank
by the
you.
way,
Thanks,
watch
Lisa.
your speed when you're driving.
Okay. You told me that last time,
And I got to
too.
tell you again,
Okay.
red lights mean stop.
I know that. All right, thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
okay, bye-bye.
Bye,
Thank you.
April.
But that was fun.
That was fun.
She came on, and you know what? Not everybody's meant to be for 2 hours,
Right.
or a half hour. And you know who surprised me was Shelley came on for the actual 2 hours.
She
Usually
did a
she comes
great
in
job.
late. You
I-
did,
I had faith in her. She did a wonderful job.
Yeah, I like her a lot.
Her little friend Ember.
Yeah.
Ember was a
Yeah, she
what a
was
beautiful,
what a
well-behaved
beautiful
dog.
Wasn't it?
Oh my goodness.
And well, they know when they have energy of
Ah,
what. Here we go.
maybe
That
this
must
is
be
Al. Welcome to Norman Friends. You're on the air.
You think that Norm could do a reading on me?
I bet you I can. Who am I speaking to, please?
This is Blanche.
Okay. Hi, Blanche. What I've seen with you, Blanche, is that you're a lady who don't be afraid of life. Don't worry, you're going to be okay. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of physical healing. I'm not going to tell you that you're going to be 100%, but I'm seeing a lot of physical healing. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. I'm also seeing that you have a lot of problems with your tummy area.
No.
Well, be prepared. Learn how to relax so you won't have, okay?
Yes.
And let your back be, you have a lot of tension in your back.
No, but it's mostly my legs.
Yeah, when it's caused from tension in your back and in your leg.
Yes, I have a lot of tension.
You've got to learn how to relax with it, okay? You got to practice like deep breathing exercises. And one of the things I'm concerned about is you have a lot of arthritis in your hip and your knee,
Yes.
okay? And I also will tell you got to be very careful of what you're eating,
Yes.
okay? Are you a little overweight?
No, I'm very small.
Good.
I only weigh 127 pounds.
All right. Now, let's keep it that way. Be very careful of your sugar level, okay?
Okay.
Because you're a boy. You could jump from one sugar level to another, and you also one of the things I'm also telling you, whenever you clean, you're very compulsive. When you clean a house, you clean a house. Whenever you do, if you're cooking, you do it continuous until it's all done, right?
That's true.
Okay.
Correct.
You also, are you a widow?
No, I'm still married.
Okay. This is your first marriage?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It'll be 59 years next month.
Congratulations.
Oh, my God. Congratulations.
Good for you.
I could not picture
Long
myself.
time, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's wonderful.
I could never picture myself that long.
With the same man.
You're a very brave and strong woman.
That's right. Well, you
I
two.
try to be.
Well, one of the things I know that you two that knew each other in your past life. This is why your marriage is so relation today. This is why it works today. I also will tell you, I see you two going on a trip.
Yes.
You like to travel?
Yes, we do.
Can I see you doing some traveling? And I'm not going to tell you it's going to be every day or every month, but I'm looking at once or twice a year. If you allow yourself to, I can see you doing some traveling. Like I'm seeing more like Hawaii or some other area. I don't see you.
I've never been to Hawaii.
Are you ready to go?
I've never been to Hawaii. I'd like to go.
Okay, plan on going. Make that that would make a good anniversary present for you, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Get your kids
Yes,
to help
it
you.
would.
Okay, you're going to be around. I actually see you making 65 years of marriage.
You think I will?
I do.
I don't even know if I'm going to make 60.
Oh, you
You will.
honey, you gotta
You
believe in
will.
you, honey. I'm gonna believe it for you. Okay? How old are you?
Okay.
How old are you?
I'm 77.
Oh, honey, you're gonna be around till you're 90 years old at least.
90 years old, really?
Really? You gotta walk a little bit more, and you gotta believe in you a little bit more. You and your husband's gonna.
Not today, I'll tell you.
I'm sorry?
My legs are killing me right now.
Yeah. Elevate them.
Uh,
Put your elevate your eggs a little bit. Your eggs, okay. Elevate your legs, okay.
okay.
Okay, and let it have more of a flow. If you had somebody put some warm or cold ice, packs on your legs to
Pack?
bring it. Have somebody put some like cold packs on your legs, and that'll help draw out a lot of the soreness from your legs. And if you could find,
Especially my knees. It's my knees that hurt.
right,
Right.
you might have to have a knee replacement because you have arthritis in there.
Yes.
And one thing I would encourage you to do, if you could find somebody, like when you were talking about Reiki earlier,
Yes.
I would encourage you to find someone who does Reiki and have them work on your knees and your back for you. Okay? Like I said, you're going to be around for a long time. And your husband's pretty healthy, right?
Yes, he is.
Yeah. And who does the cooking in your house?
I do.
You're a heck of a
I'm
good
the cook.
That's right. You make
Do
it
everything.
right. You make a good beef stew, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Well, Lauren, I wouldn't mind having some. Would you, Lauren?
I love beef stew.
Yeah. You put turnips in it?
Oh, yes, that's the best part.
All right. I'll be right
I like
over.
this lady. What time's
Yeah.
dinner?
Okay.
Yeah. What time is dinner?
I'll make you some.
All right. You're very routine. You get up in the morning at a certain time, right?
Yes, I do.
You have breakfast at a certain time. And you have lunch and dinner almost at the same certain times too, right?
Yes, I do.
And if your routine gets upset, then you get upset.
That's right.
I would.
I don't eat too much. I'm not a big eater.
No, but you need to eat 3 to 6 small meals a day. Okay. Do you play the piano?
No.
What do you do to? I want you to get something to limber up your fingers so they don't get stiff on you.
Yeah, I'm always doing cleaning in the house, and
You're over cleaning.
over cleaning. That's right. You got that right.
Your mother told me that herself. Your mother told me that she loves you very much and she is with you all the time.
Yes.
Okay, and there's something about yellow-eyed daisies. Lazy, you know those yellow flowers with the brown inside.
What are they called?
Blue-eyed daisies or whatever like that.
Brown-eyed Susie.
Brown-eyed Susie, yeah.
Something like that.
There's a lot of those around her. You like old-fashioned ways of things, don't you?
Yes, I do.
You don't like a lot.
Old-fashioned girl. I don't run no machinery. Everything's done with one knife. I cut everything with one knife.
Oh, we're not going to get you
you.
mad. That
Good for
knife
you.
probably pretty sharp. I'll stay right out of there. And she might throw the knife at us.
I don't think she'll.
No?
Because
Oh,
she
okay.
uses that knife too much. It means too much to her.
Yeah. You've had that knife for years, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
When you first got married, was that knife along with you?
No, it wasn't.
Okay. Do you make your own bread?
No.
But you
I
used
was never
to.
good at that.
I'm sorry?
I was never good at that.
Well, your mother was.
My mother?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your mother, she said that you're a lot like her. Do you agree with that?
Oh, yes.
But that's a good thing.
She liked chocolate.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, she liked chocolates, huh?
Oh, yes.
You do, too.
Well, not that much. I'm not too much on sweets.
Good, because see, once in a while your body's going to crave it. And I also will tell you that your dad is right there with you as well.
Yes,
Okay? Your dad was a pretty happy-go-lucky guy, wasn't he?
he was, yes.
But when he spoke, everybody listened, right?
Yeah.
He didn't have to speak only once, huh?
Yeah, that's right, because he was very strict.
Yeah. But you know what? You came out okay out of it, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. You had 3 children?
I have 2.
2? Okay, then one that passed. They're pretty good kids, huh?
Huh?
They're pretty good children, right?
Yes, they are.
That means you did a heck of a good job as parents.
Well, I tried my best.
Yeah. And who does the driving in your house? You or your husband?
My husband.
Okay. He's a pretty stubborn guy, isn't he?
You got that right. You're right on the money on that one.
And he also has selective hearing.
Oh, yes, I do.
Yeah, he does
Hear
too.
everything.
Yeah, but he has selective hearing, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
In other words, he hears what he wants to hear, he won't hear what
You got that right. He hears what he wants to hear. That's right.
And he kind of knows it all, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And but the one thing about you is I definitely see you going into your 90s, no doubt in my mind.
No doubt.
That's true.
Okay? And I also will tell you, it's not going to be all peaches and cream. But the one thing I will let you know is I don't see you having to give up your home.
Well, that's good.
And honestly, what I see, and it's time for you to cross over, you'll be very natural and in your sleep.
That's right.
Okay? Thank you, hon. I'm going to let you go. If you have any more questions, give me a call later, okay?
Okay. Thank you, Norm.
Yep, you're welcome. Bye-bye.
How awesome was she?
Wasn't she a
She
creep?
was fantastic.
Yeah, I love doing phone readings. Do you like doing phone readings?
I do.
Because it gives you a challenge. I just did a lady from South Carolina.
Oh, cool.
And she's from Avalon, whatever that country is, or wherever. Avalon, I don't remember now what she told me. Get a real thick accent.
Oh.
Of course, I had to pick on her, and she loved it.
Oh, well. Yeah.
And then I have another lady that I did. I like from the different countries. I love doing like international. I guess I'm kind of considered internationally, but whatever you and I have, as far as being psychics and our reputation, is that we've earned it.
Yeah, well, definitely.
And we don't have to advertise.
No, I always wonder about. There's a saying that when you go grocery shopping, don't buy anything that has a commercial.
Yeah.
I feel the same way about psychics or even people who do massage or Reiki or whatever.
The word of mouth is the best advertisement you can have. I had people say to me, well, why don't you advertise? Why? I don't need to.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, just to let you know, I am now, because when I was waiting for you to to pick me up today.
Yeah. Uh-oh. What did you do now?
I did it. This car pulled beside me. He had his Bible, and he said, "You're doing the devil's work." I said, "Well, thank you." He said, "You know you're going to hell." I said, "Well, thank you. I won't be alone." I said, "But you know what, Hal?" I said, "At least you may be a minister, right?" Go, "Well, yes, I am." I said, "But I don't have an 18 or 19-year-old girlfriend while my wife is sitting in the car with me. Boy, they take off in a hurry."
Well, and the fact that he felt the need to pull up and talk to you like that,
Judgmental.
yeah, that kind of flies in the face of what he's supposed to be teaching.
Right.
And,
I always
as
thought
a
that.
minister myself, I can say that.
Me too.
I
always thought we're supposed to teach love.
That's right. Oh,
That must
maybe
be
this is
Al.
Al. Welcome to Norman Friends. You're on the air.
Hey, Norm. It's beautiful April day. Couldn't ask for better weather. Clear sky, a little breeze, having a little bite to the air today, but it looks like we're going to have a nice, cool night tonight, Norm. Maybe even some mid-to-upper 20s in some of the low spots, the valleys for lows tonight, both of you.
Yeah, well, it is good out tonight. Hey, what do you think about the Celtics last night, huh?
Celtics win, and the Red Sox win 8-7. Some sloppy defense by Washington. They get those runs, and they were losing 7-5, and they win 8-7. So
yeah, and they're gonna go all the way.
The Celtics. Norm, I laughed last night. I didn't call you back. I thought this is what Norm's friends, listeners and viewers.
Yeah.
LeBron James, that's who are playing. What do you think, Norm? We're going to give him a run for his money?
We're going to get as far as I'm concerned, LeBron James is all. As far as I'm concerned, is a has-been. But that's my opinion.
Well, I guess we're playing Cleveland in the first round. I hope it goes more than 1 or 2. We'll see.
I actually,
7 games.
Yeah, we're gonna go. I'm not gonna tell you we're gonna win the what do you call it? The National Basketball.
The playoffs.
The playoff.
The
But
championship.
I think we're gonna go a long way to compare what we did last year.
And who would have thought last fall, Laurie, sitting there with you next to you, both of you, who would have thought in October that the Bruins would make the playoffs and the Celtics would, and even at the holidays, who would have thought the Bruins weren't going to make it, the Celtics were, but you never know.
Yeah, I really thought they were going to make it.
The Bruins, yeah.
I didn't think they
I
had
think
a
that
shot.
trade, when they traded Johnny Boychuk, I think that took a toll on the team, too. That's, you lose a great friend and a great player, and it can affect you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
But I think this year the Red Sox, as long as they keep on the path they're on now, see, my problem with the Red Sox is they get overconfident.
I don't think
that's right. Even though that's 6-2 right now, 6 wins, 2 losses, they can't get overconfident. You're correct, Norm.
Yeah.
They need to keep.
But I think we're going to win. See, people have sold the Celtics out. They always thought that, well, the Celtics aren't going to do this and that. But they're surprising everybody. They're showing that they didn't need, what was his name, Rondo and all these other players. And this coach they got today is doing a heck of a job. He is there. Brad Stevens, he's doing a great job. They said he molded the team together, and that's why they've improved in the last several weeks. Yeah, well, they had to get rid of Rondo. Oh, Rondo? Okay. Anyway, Norm, so we're going to have some great weather coming up. And for tonight, we'll lead into the forecast. It'll be a clear, cool night tonight. In fact, chilly. Some areas could be down to 25 to 30 by morning. So, yes, Florida and Norm, it's going to be a chilly night with these winds will diminish after the sun sets. Tomorrow we'll have a sunny day. There could be some high clouds dimming the sun before the afternoon's over. Highs tomorrow 58, 63 degrees, but only 50 or near 50 along the coast with that sea breeze on the Maine, New Hampshire, Massachusetts coast. Friday, mostly cloudy, scattered showers, low 60s, and a better chance of showers. It could be a little more widespread on Saturday, high in the mid to upper 60s Saturday. A cold front Saturday night, sunny, increasing clouds late in the day, 55 to 60 on Sunday. So looks like Sunday will be the brighter of the 2 weekend days as of now. Well, that's good. As long as it's not too hot, Al. That's it. Yeah. Well, we were 74 in Manchester 2 days ago. So, I don't think 70s, but we could be well in the 60s by Saturday and cooler and brighter on Sunday. Nice. Well, I think this summer we're going to have a real dry summer. It's going to be real dry? Yeah. I think we're going to be begging for the water and the snow.
Well, I guess Los Angeles, California's in a very severe drought from what I'm hearing. So,
Yeah.
you think that's going to continue out there?
I'm looking at two big forest fires like they have every year, but I'm looking at two really, really, really big ones. And I'm really concerned about a fire at the Golden Gate Park.
Oh, you think there's going to be a fire there?
Yep. And it's going to be something with homeless people being callous,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and like that.
Well, anyway, Norm, I'll give you a call Saturday night, and we'll talk to you then in the evening. How's that?
All righty. We'll look forward to it, Al.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Al.
follow you, Norm. Have a great night.
You
I
too,
will.
Al.
Bye-bye. You
Bye-bye.
too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, my gosh.
I know, all of a sudden, right?
All of a sudden, you too?
Yeah, you
It's
started
gonna be
yawning, I
energy
started
in here,
yawning. Yeah,
you know.
something changed.
You know, and all the energy in here has been touched. You know. But the one thing I do know is that as we speak, I am going to be looking at the Unitarian Church over on Union Street.
Yeah, yep.
I am going to be looking in there. It's pretty reasonable.
Oh, good, good. Let's do that.
You know, because for some reason I've never, you know, I think Patty's goes great. I think she does, you know, but
Well, she did a lot of
does a lot of
advertising. I
advertising.
have to
She
give her
did, yeah.
credit for that. She really did a lot of advertising.
and a lot of those readers that are coming in here on the show.
Yep,
They had been on the show.
yep,
Two of them, and one of them was new. No, two of them. One will be Colleen.
yep.
She's new.
Yep.
And the one that your friend.
Oh,
here,
Susie.
Susie. So,
Susie, yeah. Oh, I'm
so
very excited for Susie to come on because
I think that's what is it? She does painting. of
yeah,
aura.
the right of your aura. It's really, really fascinating.
So that you know, folks, every one of us has psychic abilities.
We all have it. We all do. Every
Every-
single person.
Yeah.
And you just have to learn to trust it and go with it and grow it. It's like any other muscle. The more you use it, the bigger it'll get, or the stronger it'll get, and
Don't be afraid of it.
it's life changing
Yeah.
when you embrace it. But it's part of embracing all of yourself.
I think it was me when I realized that living on the negative energy wasn't the path that I should be doing.
Right.
Then I started, and I embraced this side. We'll never tell you that being a spiritual leader or being a psychic or whatever you want to call yourself or myself, I'm not going to tell you it's the easiest thing in the world.
Well, it's not always sunshine and roses. I
no.
mean, we're human like, everybody else.
But we're not supposed to be.
Who says who? There are no rules. There are no flipping rules.
I went, not a roof flip, ladies and gentlemen. When I was at, my son used to have a band, used to play out like down at Uptown and all that.
Yep.
And I went into Uptown to hear my son play, and I had one of his T-shirts on. And this gentleman was really quite upset because I actually didn't have a shirt and tie on, and then I had come in to hear my son play, and I go, why? I said, what makes you think that's because we're spiritual leaders or
That's his
psychics?
issue, not yours.
Yeah.
I'm
You
sorry.
know,
You can't
we're
pigeonhole
human.
me. I do what I want.
Yeah. You know, one of the things I do know about this universe, if we don't get it together,
Yeah, well, if we don't get this planet together, we're in big
we're
trouble.
in really big trouble. And I'm also seeing, boy, that's going to be one heck of a political field. I'm not going into it because if I do, then I don't want to get myself all upset because you and I will probably have a lot of disagreements on it. But I will say I see where Hillary Clinton is running.
Yeah, she did announce. Not a big surprise, I don't think,
No,
to
I don't think
anybody.
anybody would, but I don't see her winning.
I don't either. I don't.
She's hurt herself too much.
I think she can do a lot of good for this country. I think she has the ability to do a lot of good for this country. I just don't think being the president is it. That's it for my
I
political
actually
rant for today.
I'll be very surprised if she survived because I've seen a lot. I was looking at her picture and I've seen a lot of sickness around her skull area, like a tumor on the brain or whatever.
Oh, way to feed the Republicans fodder
yeah.
because that's what they keep trying to say. But some of those Republicans that are
I
running for
question
office,
some
they
of
need to
them.
look at their own health before they question someone else's.
Well, not
And
only
that's
that,
a
but they
that's a
don't- they
low
also-
blow.
Yeah,
You
that
stay
was.
out of someone's health, you stay out of their family.
But
you know?
the main thing is that unless you're above reproach, and when you go into the political life, you really gotta be, like what happened when the guy here on the school board in Kelly Aylott getting busted with the prostitute
Oh, yeah.
or whatever. And the political, the opposite side, I get Democrat or whatever, they
doesn't
played
matter.
up on it. Folks, not every instead of making a personal agenda with who does this and Joe
Right.
got caught in bed with Sally, his wife was, it should be about issues.
Right, because that was a personal situation that had no business being politicized by anybody, and shame on those who did. You don't do that.
No.
You just don't.
That's like when that guy, I was upset with that guy that ran over those ducks down in Nashville.
Yep.
And like you just said, then the political parties made a big deal out of it. But I'm glad I was really upset when you told me, first of all, I don't want to mention about the kids that wanted a certain bird, they had the
Yeah,
state,
the red-tailed hawk.
the
Yep.
red-tailed hawk.
Made our state
people in
raptor.
legislature made a big joke out of it.
Oh, they were very
Shame
rude.
on them.
Very rude, and it was filmed, so they showed it on TV repeatedly and parts of it, and it was so unnecessary. Really, who does it make them, anybody, whoever, did it make them feel like a big person to smash these children's dream? Because how sad is that you have to hurt any child in their dream for whatever silly
You
reason?
want your kids to run for politics? That's not the right way to do it.
Well, right. I mean, you have to encourage the future, or
Yeah, I agree. That's
like a
why
slap
we
in
don't
the
have
face.
political equality.
That's right.
But I mean, you and I, we all want our kids to have the best that we can give them.
Yep.
But if you're degrading children in a big realm like that, a quorum like that, you know what? Shame on you people, and you should probably resign.
Right. I agree. And they did call for one person to resign, and of course he refused to do so. But other politicians did go visit the children and publicly apologize to them, which is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
But
they should have never. They should never. You know what? They should never say anything that they should apologize for.
Right. Exactly. But yesterday, Norm, I got 3 votes in Merrimackstown elections.
You did?
I did.
Good for you. Did you know you were running?
I did not.
Really? Tell me.
I don't know. It was for the
Somebody
budget.
wrote your names in?
Yeah. Somebody wrote me in. 3 people wrote me in for budget committee.
When you were done, if you get a phone call.
I don't know. That's what I said. What would I have done? I wasn't planning on this, but hey, all right.
Well, you would have done it, I'm sure.
Oh, I would have done it. I would have absolutely taken it as a sign that I was
Boy, you would have been a
supposed to.
tiger on that budget.
Yeah, so yeah, you lost out, town of Merrimack.
Yep, there you go. You know what my biggest gripe is? When people start shortchanging the budget for children's education.
Right. We need to invest in our children. And we all need, God bless those people. In what town is it? I think Brentwood, maybe? I don't remember. But there is one town where they cut the school budget, and they're going to fire 3 teachers and make all these other cuts. So the town is raising money to make up that shortfall. I just think that's wonderful. That's a town that's investing in their kids and making a positive difference. I just think that is so wonderful.
My pet peeve is these people that are all these super jocks in football. They get all kinds of things given to them. There's a big budget for them. The one thing I will agree with Kathy Gatz is on, that these people who play football, you know what, the parents should have fundraisers instead of coming out of school budgets.
Right, well, like cheerleaders, you always see them having to do fundraising,
Right.
or the Londonderry Marching Band. I mean, they're so talented that they've gone all over the country doing these events, but
they still have to raise
do
money.
they still have to raise the money.
But if you're a baseball player or a basketball player or a football player, the town, Manchester.
Not in every, but maybe.
Manchester is really a big thing. And hockey, I don't know if they have hockey or not, but I mean, I think that if you are going to be, and plus, I think that they should be academically qualified as well. Just because a guy can be a super jock in a football game or quarterback or whatever he might play in, but yet his marks are C's and D, to me, that doesn't qualify them to play football.
Well, C's is average, so I can live with that. But if you're below C, you should have to step that up.
Because you're hurting yourself. They're hurting yourself.
Yeah, they really are. But I love when MUR does these athletes of the week, and you see that it is possible to see these amazing children that do public service and have their grades up and, do athletics and just do all these amazing, amazing things. I mean, we need to have more stories like that and more encouragement for children to be that way. As long as they're happy and not
all you hear about how bad the children are.
Right, and there's way more great children out
my
there.
heart just flips. Like there was this one boy who found a $20 bill at Cracker Barrel.
Oh, yeah.
And he gave it to a military man, I believe it was, to pay it forward. 12 years old, 11 or 12 years old.
See, now that's class. That's a good kid.
Or they showed a picture of there's these people that live in Salem, okay? And she's like 15. I got to try to get a hold of her for October. She has this haunted house in Trails to raise money for children for Christmas.
Oh yeah, there's a couple people that do that, and I just think for different charities, and I think that's wonderful. If you have the means to put on that and raise them, I think that's wonderful.
See, so I guess not all kids are bad.
No, there's a lot more good out there than we give the world credit for, but that's because the media at large and people feed off the negative stories. Let's feed off the positive stories.
And the one thing I do know, there's a lot of programs. If a child has gone astray, and there's a lot of programs out there, like the YMCA offers many programs, and it will help the child get back together. But we can hand them all it, but they got to work at it too.
Right. You need to put them in I'm a big proponent of putting kids into like martial arts or gymnastics or something where they actually have to put in the effort.
Yeah.
It builds self-confidence. It gives them skills. It just teaches them so many life lessons.
Will they become pretty like me?
Prettier, sorry.
Oh, gee. Well, you know what? If we look at I don't believe that really, honestly, I don't believe that such a thing as a bad child. Do I believe that there's bad actions in children? Oh, absolutely. Do I believe that a lot of times parents will overlook what they do and say, oh, well, he'll do better next time, or he'll do that next. You know what? You got to step on it now.
Or the kids, or the parents that say, it's not
my
my kid.
No,
I think you're mistaken. It's not my kid.
Oh, we put out an old TV, okay?
Yep.
Outside.
Yep.
And that people and the little kids were following these other bigger kids, and they all went to push the TV over. What a mess, And when I confronted one of the parents, my kids didn't do that. I don't end up watching it. I said, well, I got it on camera, so they know what to say,
Right.
And one little boy said, F you to us a couple of years ago. I said, we don't talk like that here. And the father says, oh, that doesn't mean what you think. And I go, oh, yeah, it does. And I don't allow. I said, that's very disrespectful to others. And if you're from another country, and I know a lot of people, and I will sit there and I will talk with them and say, this is what we don't do here. If you want respect, you've got to earn it. Now, one thing I noticed, though, that people from a lot of other countries, they have more respect for their parents than you and I do. Well, not you and I, but you know what I mean.
No, they do, because they're raised, differently. Right. They're raised to be respectful, and not just of their parents, but of everybody.
Yeah. I have a friend of mine that is going back to Kenya to visit his father, because even though he's over here in America, traditionally he's still the head of the household when his father passes.
Right,
the oldest boy.
Oh, yeah.
And so he still has to traditionally follow the path of it, you know. And he had a lot of respect. And then what I love about it is when he started coming to see me, and I was running a button when he bought his new house at the same price of what he was going to pay.
Oh, wonderful.
But there is so much witchcraft and voodooism in all these different countries. And we have it here, too.
Right. And those things aren't necessarily bad. Just like anything else, there's a light and dark aspect to them. Just like any religion or any belief system. So.
Yeah. And, that's the one thing. I'm not going to tell these people, because there's still a lot of good Muslims, and there's Allah and Buddha and all these things. I'm not going to tell you they're wrong.
No.
I don't know.
Right.
All I know is as long as people do not hurt each other, as long as people can live true to their identity of loving each other, who am I to say they're wrong?
Right. Love and respect, and everybody. And I assume, I haven't traveled much in my life outside or at all, really. But everywhere I have been, the vast majority of people, it's like 3 places, in case anybody cares. Everybody's been really, really, vast majority of people have been so nice and so sweet everywhere I've gone. And there's just, everywhere you go, there's going to be one jerk. Hey. Welcome to Norm and Friends. You're on the air.
Hi. Hey, Norm.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, it's Ross Terrio. I just called to say hi, my friend.
Hey, how we doing, Ross?
Great. Hey, and I just wanted to remind you, I was on the show last year, and somebody called in, a friend of mine, acquaintance, and you told me, you said, unfortunately, their daughter's not going to live very long. They're not going to make it throughout the year. And sure enough, about 2 months later, their daughter passed away.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was unfortunate, but, I mean, you picked up on it.
Yeah. Hey, what are you doing next Wednesday?
I don't know.
Well, let's get together so we can get you back on.
Sounds good. Hey, I'll message you on Facebook.
All righty. We'll check it out.
Hey, be good, my friend.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
What did you see past?
You had told him an acquaintance of his daughter
daughter.
would pass, and she did 2 months later.
Oh, God, I hate being right like that.
I know. It's hard when, and that's, while we encourage everyone to develop their gifts, there is a responsibility to it, because sometimes you do have to tell people hard things like that, and it's heartbreaking when it's true.
It really is. I mean, I sit here like as a no harm, cool and collective about something you're going to be crossing soon. But truly, my heart goes out to them.
Right.
There are times when I tell people that stuff, I'd rather be proven wrong than to be proven right.
Right.
You will see that says it on my website. And I'm also updating my bio, is that what they call
Your
it?
bio? Oh, cool.
I'm truly upsetting that. I'm going to, because I have to say this, folks, because Lori's in the doghouse right now.
I am?
Yep.
Why?
I don't know yet. I'll think of something.
Hey, remember who drives you home, okay?
That's right. Okay. Actually, Lori, I want to say this to you, and I'm saying this for all the people out there, is that you have given me so inspiration to now that when you started the Facebook for Norm and Friends, I know I had it when never paying attention to it, but because of your inspiration and encouragement, I want to thank you for that. And now I download the shows and put them on.
Yep.
And we just downloaded the one with the animal.
With Wendy?
Wendy, yep.
Yep.
So if they go to Norm's Friends 40115.
So it's Norm Friends and then the date of the show.
Right. And if they Google that, or they can go to YouTube.
Yep.
And they do it, And once again, because you and my son as well, because both of you, with the encouragement that you have given, and I feel like doing it more.
Good. That's what we want.
Hey, Gary, come on in and say hi.
We want you to be happy.
Yeah,
Oh, no, a politician?
Yeah, well, we won't let him talk. We only got 10 more minutes on this, so we can put up with it.
Hey, Gary.
How'd you see me? I was hiding, I thought.
Remember, I'm a psychic,
remember?
Gary. Remember
Come
that?
on, Gary.
That's right. That's right. I
Is that your
forget it.
phone?
Yeah,
okay.
this scam number keeps calling me. I can't block
So
it.
how we do it? A green tie, and look at all dressed up.
All dressed up and no place to go.
New glasses.
No,
Oh,
the
no?
same glasses.
Oh. So how'd you like the Belmont Hall?
I thought it's really nice. I think it's, especially with when you get 100 or 200 grandkids, it's kind of it's a good place to go because it's user friendly, so to speak. And
I think that you and your husband should go there sometime for breakfast. Really, I'm going there. They're having another Mother's Day.
Yeah, you just because they treat you so well.
Yes, they do.
As they should.
As they should, right? Yeah. I know. I was there.
Gary's grandson was sitting there, and she said, "I'll take care of this." Like Gary wasn't even there.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I felt slighted.
I broke my heart.
Yeah, I bet.
So you have 100 to 200 grandchildren? You have that many? You can't keep track?
It just seems like that.
Many, all right.
Mostly.
Well, he was a pretty. You don't know what he was doing in the roundabout days.
I was gonna say he must have had a very exciting life.
He was probably in the Navy. You know what I mean?
No.
Wait a minute. My brother was in the Navy. What are you trying to get at?
They have a woman in every port.
No, not my. Well, I don't think so.
So how we make it up with the marijuana bill?
I don't know.
Why?
Should ask Amanda. She might know. She's your state rep from Manchester. She's out in the waiting room.
Who?
But Amanda, she's a state rep from Manchester, freshman. But she might know. I have no idea.
No.
I vote on stuff and then forget about it.
Well, probably better that way.
It is a lot easier that way. There's so much. The thing is, you get like 2,000 1,000 bills in, from in just a few
Well, she can come in if
months.
she wants.
Hey, Amanda, come on in. If she can hear me, I don't know if she can come on in.
Yeah, she should be able to hear you.
And
But on the one thing that we were talking about, and she and I were talking about, and I lost a lot of respect for John. I like John as a person.
Which
but
John?
When that John Burt, when they were talking about the bird, the hawk.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. He made some legitimate points. We're really spending a lot of time on something that is kind of incidental. I mean, I voted.
But you don't belittle children.
Right, but also, at what point do we draw a line of how many state whatevers are we're going to have the state salamander and this?
No, we actually have a state amphibian already.
Yeah, we do. Oh, well, then we're going to have the state
red-spotted newt, for those who don't know.
Oh, I didn't know. See?
The red-spotted newt.
So anyway, there's a legitimate argument of why it gets ridiculous.
I can understand
But
that, but don't hurt the children.
Right, you could just not pass the bill. You didn't have to be rude to children.
Right, I thought they were a little aggressive and didn't need to be. I agree. I voted for the bill because I don't care.
Right,
and if you don't care,
it wouldn't have negatively impacted anybody in any way, and it would have positively impacted so many if they had just passed the silly,
I get it.
The bill.
But anyway, I'm not going to.
Yeah.
I think so. I can't see outside. I don't even know how you saw me.
We're not talking politics, remember?
No, right.
You just want to know about the marijuana.
But I guess my concern really was that another thing I'm seeing that there is another bill. How we make it out with the gun control laws?
I don't know. I know we had the. I'm really a wealth of information today.
Really? What the hell are you doing in the Senate? I mean, when are you going to run for Senate? By the way,
I'm not running for Senate.
Why not?
Because it costs a lot of money, Norm. I mean, I considered running for Senate against. I've forgotten his name now, but he was very liberal, and it was annoying me. So I offered to run for Senate to a bunch of people, and nobody wanted to come up with any money because it costs $50,000 to $100,000 to run for Senate.
And that's in New Hampshire.
And that's
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely. If you don't have $50,000, don't bother.
And that way the Republicans have winning. Lou D'Alessandro is winning all the time.
Lou D'Alessandro has a boatload of money. He is rolling in money. I mean, because he keeps supporting gambling, so people keep sending him money.
Right.
I'm in favor of slot machines. Not so much casinos.
It's funny you should say that, Mr. Norm.
What you got there?
I went to a seminar on gambling, and let's see. What do I got for inflammation? Oh yeah. The guy who spoke today was saying there was a restaurant that had been in business for a long time, and Mohegan Sun was going to open up a few miles away. He says, "Well, this is great. There'll be all this traffic coming. So he thought he was going to do well. Within 30 months of that place opening, he had to shut down because they don't. That's not what these places do. They're very good at making sure they get as many people in there, and they don't leave, and they hang you upside down to make sure all the coins are gone before they let you out the door.
Especially if they have lodging.
Yeah.
Oh, they do it, yeah.
You know what
that's
I mean?
why I'm not in favor of the casinos like up north. I'm more in favor of the slot machines and the different businesses.
Yeah, if you had like slot machines all around the state, if anybody... I'll tell you, I would still vote against it, but I would be less opposed to that only because it's at least constitutional.
Yeah, and not only that, but if the state would make their money, so governor could put a little extra in her pocket. I mean, I didn't say that.
Right.
But
well, that's the other point. Since Mohegan Sun opened in Connecticut, organized gambling or casinos have brought in over $7 billion to the state of Connecticut.
Yeah.
Right? That sounds good, except they are further in debt and behind the 8 ball than they were when casinos started.
Well, look at what happened.
There's no
with New
real
Jersey.
substitute for spending your money wisely.
Right. Yeah, well, look what's happening with the in New Jersey, with Atlantic City, they're closing down.
Oh, yeah.
And they actually say that a couple of Mohegan and Fox, what is it, that are actually losing money now.
Yeah, well,
the
the
economy.
Yeah, well, it's not just the economy. It's that there's just diminishing amount of resources. In other words, because the thing is, the people say business, a business like a casino brings in money.
No, it doesn't.
It really doesn't, because the only way that casino gets money is by taking money from all the local residents and the surrounding residents. Okay, if it can't take that money, it can't stay in business.
Well, Gary,
So it's
I know it's late, but you got to come back on again, but we got to go now.
Oh.
And everybody, stay tuned for Mr. Gary Harper. What's the name of your show?
Right. Rock, paper, hand grenades.
Okay. And remember, every day, folks, you're the winner, and we'll see you next week.